So for today's video, I'm gonna discuss how to use VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP is mostly used in creating a wide range of condition. On my right side, this will be the reference table for my table 1, which is the table 1. So you can see this will be a score and score reference. So I have here the remarks. So every time I change the score, the remarks will also change based on this reference. So we're gonna use the formula, which is the VLOOKUP. So we'll start for equal, and we'll type VLOOKUP, open, and then we will select this cell separator, and then the column index. Here we're gonna drag this one here. But this time, since I want my table formula to type in once lang, so I'm gonna make this cell to an absolute. Cool. Okay, so the purpose of I am doing this in absolute format because when I drag this formula, so from Pedro to Baltasar, this only will change because it's the relative, and this one will still the same on this table, but I'm gonna put the range locus so 2, and then I'm gonna hit enter. So okay, so if I drag this one, okay, so as you can see, I will put here, okay, the table here, or this cell reference, it is not changed since I put one. This one was is only changing because of the relative. So that's it. So it is displaying based on the reference. So as you can see it, I'm gonna change this one to 9, yes, and 7, okay, bad, and I'm gonna change to 5, not bad, and number 4, okay, and so on. So for all the video that I'm creating the formula, I always input the formula once, okay, isang basis lang. So what I did is just drag this one to automatic the formula. So I am using the absolute here it because this table is fixed, okay, fixed, okay. So if I'm not make it in say in absolute way, okay, head, and then I'm gonna drag, as you can see here, okay, as you can see here, the formula is 12. So if I put here 1, not applicable, alright, it's because this defined cell is changing when you drag. So that's why on this formula here, I'm using the absolute. So every time just I drag, okay, I drag, this reference is not changing. Comparing to this one, if I drag, it changed. I have here the G2 and H11. As you can see here, to G3 to H12, okay, which is not defined here, which is bad, okay. That is how you're gonna use the relative and the absolute way. So for this formula, anyways, this is a VLOOKUP. We have a defined table, and of course the table we're going to use that definition for VLOOKUP. We'll have an additional topic to be discussed. So for this topic, we're going to discuss about cleaning or putting some validation in order to make it more functional, and it is more meaningful. All right. So we have a remarks. Of course, we already have the formula. So, but there is some issues. There are some, let's just say, a little bit error, I guess we're gonna call that, because if I clear the score, so the remark is not applicable. All right. So I'm not going to display that hashtag NA or not applicable. So I'm gonna put the validation again. I'm gonna put some formula to catch that error. Okay, so I'm gonna put the condition. Okay, so I will combine the condition to set up that error. Okay, if B2, since I cannot click the B2, I'm gonna manually type if equal, if B2 is equal to empty, comma, the true statement is empty, and then the comma, and then open for the false. So here, if the value of B2 is empty, the true statement is empty. If it is not, it will move to the VLOOKUP, and I'm gonna hit enter. So if I remove the score, alright, and enter, so the remark is empty. Alright, how nice that was. So I'm gonna drag this one. Alright, I'm gonna clear. Wow, it's like a charm. Alright, so again, we have the condition of F with the combination of the VLOOKUP. So F B3, since it is B in the column 3, and VLOOKUP. Alright, so that's the good thing. So another is, we'll put the validation if the value here on the score is only 1 to 10. If we input 11, there is no remarks. If we input 0, there is no remarks. If we input the alphabet of A, there is the remarks on that particular data. So we will validate the entry data. Okay, so we will highlight this cell, click the data tabs, and we'll click the data validation, and click data validation, and yes. So there is the settings. Okay, so settings, we will actually it is any value. We will click whole number and click between, and the between will type minimum 1, maximum of 10, since it's only 1 to 10. And then for the input message, we'll put the name of information, and we'll put the input message input only 1 to 10. Okay, and the error is stop invalid entry, please try again. Okay, and okay. Okay, so as you notice, there is the information every cell. Okay, we have the information that input only. Okay, so if you are a user going to input on this particular cell, you have the notification that you will only input 1 to 10. Okay, and because if I will insert 11, so there is stop invalid, please try again. Okay, so if I will input alphabet, invalid. If I will put E0, of course I can input 1000. So because that is not the valid data. So, but if I enter 7, that's the good data. That's the valid data. If I input 4.3, that is invalid data. Alright, so that's the good thing. We have the validation. We secure our entry. Now is we will secure also. This will be, I think this will be the last option to set our formula for let's just say accidentally deleting the formula. Alright, so we'll put the protection. Okay, we will protect the label, the formula, and also the reference. So only the affected data is changeable will be erased, and changeable data. Okay, we can only edit this cell. Okay, so to make it more reliable, so we'll highlight the affected cell that is changeable. Okay, so we'll click highlight and we'll click the review, and there's the protection. Right click. Okay, but before we click protection, we'll just right click this affected and we'll click format cell, and we will uncheck the lock. Okay, and then protection. This time we can put a password, or we'll just leave empty. But on my suggestion, I'm gonna put the password 123. Okay, retype 123. Okay, so again, now the data is protected. Okay, so if I will change the score, I cannot delete. The formula is protected. Okay, the cell or charts is protected shit. Okay, even here. Okay, the only field or the cell is not protected here. Juan, Pedro, Maria, Paul, Czar, Pedro. But if I'm gonna type the one, so we're gonna put score 5, 2. Oh, invalid. Okay, so that's the good things. So that's it.